Hi everybody, my name is Kim and welcome back to my channel, Bookmarks and Breadsticks. Before we get started, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons below to help grow this small, bookish channel focused on everything in food writing. Today, I am here to talk about Small Business Saturday and the books that I am purchasing to support a local small business. So first, I wanted to talk about the books that I will be unhauling. We're getting to the end of the year, and there are definitely books on my bookshelf after reading so many nonfiction books this year that I just know I'm never gonna pick up again, or they didn't move me enough, maybe they had a 3-star, and I just wanted to clear some room on these shelves behind me for the haul that's coming. So Small Business Saturday is literally on a Saturday, but a lot of the sales are extended through the weekend as an alternative to Black Friday. A lot of small businesses, they're hurting. It's been COVID. They need our help. Look out for a lot of deals where you can get free shipping for orders over 20. Amazon doesn't need your $50, but $50 to a small business can be a lifeline, desperately needed this time of year. Okay, let's get started on the books I'm going to unhaul. I think unhaul has a kind of negative connotation. I am not throwing these books into an incinerator. I am donating them to a small business or a nonprofit, or I am re-gifting them. That's another thing. I don't think re-gifting books is a bad thing. I think that sometimes you find a book and you know other people are gonna love it, and maybe I'm just never going to reread it. So one book I am re-gifting is Twinkie Deconstructed. I'll link my review from my Sweet series in the cards above. I have an uncle who loves Twinkies. My mom always tells me childhood memories of my Uncle Scott having just boxes of Twinkies all the time. In later years, it's Oreos. So when we were growing up, my sisters and I, we would get cases of Oreos for each of us every time we saw him for holidays. So the idea that I could bring a little bit of his childhood back with a book about Twinkies, and of course I'm gonna ship him at least 2 packages of Twinkies for the holidays, I think it'd be really nice. He's an uncle who's always been around for me. I grew up spending holidays with him and my cousin's 3 boys. So we're 3 boys, 3 girls, and we all kind of lap together in the same decade. I mean, I adore him. So I'm really excited to send him this, and also a box of the vanilla cream Twinkies, and also the banana, which was the original flavor of the Twinkie. Okay, so another book I'm going to be unhauling is just a duplicate copy. So I bought a female and Black owned bookstore in Chicago did a partnership with Tommy Hilfiger where you could buy a Tommy Hilfiger denim book satchel, and inside came 5 books, all from Black authors, Black point of views, and I received a copy of How to Be an Anti-Racist. I already have a copy of this book, so I have no shame in donating it and giving it to somebody who can get it, hopefully at a discount price. All of my donations are going to be going to Open Books, which is a nonprofit that I have talked about before and I volunteer at. So, I mean, if you can pick up a hardcover book and get it for $5 to $10 when it normally retails at $27, why not share the wealth and knowledge? Another book that I'm going to be unhauling is a work of fiction called Love and Luck. This I read earlier this year by Jenna Evans Welch. I want to read her other books, Love and Gelato and Love and Olives, that just came out. I just don't see myself keeping these books. This is young adult fiction. It was really sweet and really adorable for young adult fiction. I'm just not in a stage in my life where I'm gonna go back to these kinds of books. The only young adult author that I constantly reread is Sarah Dessen, and I think that's because I've been reading those books since I was maybe 11 or 12 years old. So I think I've just kind of moved past that genre in my life. Doesn't mean someone else won't love and appreciate this book. Okay. All right, the last 3 books are food-related books. I often am gifted books, recipe books, cookbooks. I don't need 100 cookbooks because I rarely cook in general. That's not associated with meal prepping. I am an athlete, I'm a powerlifter, I'm a dancer. I'm never going to make super refined gourmet books, or if I am, I'm usually tracking my macros. So one book I'm gonna be donating is a curry cookbook. I've had this book for 6 months, I've never opened it. Another is Julia and Jacques at Home. So Jacques Pepin, a famous chef who worked and was under the tutelage of Julia Child. It's a beautiful older book. with nice recipes for like boeuf bourguignon and all the things that make you think of Julia, with some really nice pictures in it as well. But I just think it's better served for someone who's actually gonna look at it. I do love an occasional coffee table book. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't need 15 coffee table books because then it becomes a pile. Do you know what I mean? Like I want someone to come in and look at my coffee table and see 1 or 2 books that really hint at who I am. I don't need them to see a pile. Maybe that doesn't make sense to anybody else. This other book I've been carrying around with me for probably a decade. It is The New Tea Companion, A Guide of Teas Through the World. And at one point, early in my 20s, I had lost like my first job. I was laid off due to like political things above me, and I had to move home. And at one point I was working at Dunkin' Donuts from 5 a.m. till let's say noon. And then I was working at a tea shop, and the owner gave me this book to read up on tea because I was selling loose tea and I didn't know anything about it, honestly. I was a really good barista. I was a shit awful tea connoisseur. This is better served for someone who actually likes loose teas. I am a black Lipton tea bag kind of girl. Call me basic. It's a beautiful book. It is very informative. I'm just not a tea lover, so it'd be better served to somebody else. But for right now in the month of November, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books I'm going to be unhauling. And the second half of this video will be about the books I am hauling. Now, before you panic and yell and go, Kim, you're gonna go over your book buying quota. I am a member of Open Books, so a few times a year we get the opportunity to walk the store and get 50% off books. Some of the books you're going to see in this haul, I am purchasing and giving to my friends that are teachers. Teachers want to encourage reading. They have to pay for a lot on their own, so why not use my good luck of having 50% off already used books and help some teachers out. Some of them are going to my big sister, some are going to my childhood friends, but imagine like a $25 book. I'm already gonna get used at let's say $12.50, and then I'm gonna get 50% off. Why not help out? Some books are totally gonna be for me. It's gonna be very obvious which are for me, the food books. But let's get started. Hey everybody, it's Kim. I just finished my haul. Oof, always a little worse for wear when I take this thing off. I just finished my haul at Open Books. As I mentioned, I'm a member, so today was a 50% off day sale. I was there for about an hour and then realized I had forgotten my wallet, very important thing, back at my apartment. So I drove back. Thankfully, I only live about 10 minutes away and still had time. And right now, let's see, how many books did I buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 books for the grand total with tax of $114. So what is 114 divided by 30? Well, 30 times 4 would be 120. So net, I paid less than $4 per book. Now, not all of these are for me. I will remind everybody. A good portion are going to my sister, who is a teacher in New York. I wanted to help her out. And a couple are going to my friends just for Christmas gifts, honestly. And then a couple are for Dan. I did probably buy more than I should have for myself, but you know what, we can yell at myself later when I do my wrap up at the end of the month, which it's already the end of the month, so I should probably film that wrap up this weekend. But yeah, let's see if I can flip this. So yeah, 2 whole giant bags, and yes, that is Alton Brown, and I'm excited. Haul coming soon. Okay, we are back in the house with all of the books broken out. This video has gone from supporting small businesses to also my book haul of the month, since there's only 1 day left of this month and I don't need to buy any more books. So this stack here, these are all gifts going out to friends. This stack here, my sister is a teacher, so I will be sending all of these books to her. So there's about 20 books between these 2 stacks that are not for me, so we should all be proud of that. And then yes, these are the books that are for me. So I have 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 11, and these were other books I already acquired this month. So it's going to take way too long for me to read every single back cover for you guys. So I will at least give you a zoom in on each of the books that are going to be staying on my shelves at least. And then we can wrap up this video because I am exhausted. So first book we have One More Croissant for the Road by Felicity Cloak. This is a new 2020 publication, excuse me. Darjeeling by Jeff Kohler. Sorry, I don't have a tripod for this, so bear with me. Bird's Eye, this is Mark Kurlansky. I have other books by him, and Bird's Eye is the name of that frozen food company that makes like frozen peas and frozen vegetables. The Kellogg's, The Battling Brothers of Battle Creek by Howard Markle. This is obviously about the Kellogg's brothers. One ends up opening a hospital and is really involved in the science world and the medical field, excuse me. And then the other opens the cornflake factory. Next is Banana, The Fate of the Fruit That Changed the World by Dan Kopel. I just finished another book about bananas, so it was top of mind. The Lentil Underground by Liz Carlisle. This one has been on my list for quite a few months, so I'm glad I could grab it. So this is the only book I paid almost full price for at Open Books. It was $25 and I got it 25% off versus the rest of the books I got 50% off because it is a recent release. The Fixed Stars by Molly Weisenberg. I have read her other two memoirs. So every other book you've seen in this haul, I paid less than $5 or less for. This is the only book I paid $18.25. The Blue Plate Special by Kate Christensen. Apparently crap. She has another book. I hope I'm not reading these out of order. The Sober Diaries by Claire Pooley. I believe she actually wrote a different book. I love how this is, that explains it. It came up in the system as $750 and I nearly had a heart attack, and that's because someone forgot a decimal place. Never Out of Season by Rob Dunn, another banana book. How having the food we want when we want it threatens our food supply and future. And Bill Buford's Dirt, Adventures in Lyon as a chef in training, father, and sleuth looking for the secret of French cooking by Bill Buford. This was another book, like originally this is like a $35 book. You would get used at Open Book for $15, and then because it was a 50% off sale, I got it for $7.50. So it's amazing. Brand new publication. This one came out earlier this year in 2020. Okay, and these are other books I snuck in earlier before the sale, before I knew the sale existed. So part of me is kicking myself because out of these books I bought before the sale, only 2 books are not from Open Books. So I could have gotten more of these for an even steeper discount. This one is The Bagel. This one's from Open Books, The Umbrian Thursday Night Supper Club. Sweetness and Power, The Place of Sugar in Modern History. The Burger, A History of America's Favorite Sandwich. This one I have a review coming out for because I've listened to it as an audiobook, so stay tuned for that one. An Everlasting Meal with a foreword from Alice Waters. This is Cooking with Economy and Grace. This is by Tamar Adler. 2 more, almost done. This one is A Savage Feast, a memoir with recipes, 3 generations, 2 continents, and a dinner table. This one came out, I believe, in 2019, so a pretty modern book. I believe he has 2 other books, but I don't think they're about food. I think they're other memoirs. Yeah, this is a 2019 book, so pretty modern, pretty recent. And finally, The History of Chocolate by Sophie and Michael Coe. And those are, excuse me, all of the food books I bought. So that was my book haul as part of Small Business Saturday. Really, it's Sunday, so Small Business Weekend through Open Books, the nonprofit that I support here in Chicago. I mean, this is an amazing example of how used books matter and small businesses matter. So these are used books that are staying out of landfills. They're getting new lives. And I'm able to send, 13 plus books to a teacher. So there's lots of ways that your purchases and where you put your dollar really matters. So please consider the next time that you're about to pop onto Amazon to buy a book, if you could spend your dollar somewhere else. A lot of these small bookstores, including Open Books, offers free shipping for books for purchases over $20. So just think about it a little bit when you put your money where you're going to spend, and I hope you enjoyed this epic book haul. I am super tired. I know it's probably silly to say you're super tired from book shopping, but there's like an intensity in the store when you go in. There's about 5 of us at a time, you all have masks on, but everyone's like geared up like supermarket sweep to see who can get the best deal in the 90-minute window that you can book in the store. Anyway, I hope you are well. Please wear a mask. Happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.